fantasy life. Yes. I don't know why.
Hi, my name is Corey White, 45 years old, and I own the used tire store in Aurora, Colorado, as well as Bright Minds Child Care with my wife. We have 2 kids. My background, I have a bachelor's degree in political science from Troy State University. And really from there, I didn't get into politics, but I just got into the business world. My first job really out of college was selling cars. And what that really was a unique experience, because that taught me really a couple of things. Don't read a book by its cover, one, and then you never sell out of your wallet. So those are kind of some valuable things I did. And really from there, I cut my teeth in corporate America in the communications, TV satellite world, where I started at the bottom like most people do. I was in the call centers. I worked in the call centers on the phones, went to supervisor. Was lucky enough to kind of get on the other side of the aisle, essentially. Worked for Stars Encore, Dish Network, DirecTV. Did a lot of marketing and account management for those companies. And so that's really where I got a lot of my corporate experience. Learned a lot from a ton of people, but that's really where I really just found the drive to really work for myself someday. I think working in those environments, as much as I learned from them, which is valuable, and you need that before you jump off or run into your own business. But I think the biggest thing that it taught me was that I could do it. Again, I worked with a lot of smart people, but not so smart that they didn't have ideas that were any better than mine. So those are the things that kind of really drove me to being an entrepreneur. I kind of always knew I could do it. I had good ideas that sometimes SVPs or VPs didn't want to listen to, that they would pan out in the long run. And again, those are the kind of things that kind of drove me to be an entrepreneur. So one of the things that I learned in corporate America that I try to spread to everybody is when I talk about being an entrepreneur, I think it really chose me more than I chose it. I often tells people that the more money I made and the higher I got, the more nervous I got about my security. There was a lot of money to make, and I never knew who was having conversations in what building or what floor about the job I was having. So being an entrepreneur, it really gives me the ability to really know what my income's going to be, and I can see the future, good, bad, or indifferent. As I just kind of went along in my career and looking for what I was going to do, and if I bounce from one job to another or think about changing industries, I just felt like something was missing. Again, I wanted to be in a more collaborative environment. So for instance, in our organizations, we run them as flat organizations. Everybody has their own responsibilities that they're got to take care of, but really we don't have a hierarchy, and those are the things that really drove me crazy when I worked for other people. People thinking that they had a title made them smarter or knew more or had the final decision, and so those things really just drove me that I knew that that wasn't the best way for me. I think the most difficult part about it is breaking down the myths that you hear about getting in business and doing business and reconciling them with the reality of it. So for instance, it's much harder to get suppliers online to give you credit to do things. It's hard to get the buildings and sign the leases. Even if you've been in business for a while, everybody's critiquing it. It's hard to get the banks to loan you any money. I think just over time I learned that those people are not going to help you do those things as good as their intentions are. You really have to just believe in yourself, believe in your mission, and stick with it no matter what, and don't let those hurdles and those distractions kind of bring you down. So I think that's been the hardest thing of kind of breaking through, is just sticking with it long term, no matter how long it takes, whether it's 8 weeks, 8 months, or 8 years to get to the goal. And in that, you'll find the most satisfaction.
Here are the 5 keys that I learned today: strong partner, education and knowledge, learn from others, believe in yourself.